Hey, so what we've got here is a Chevy Colorado headlight assembly. These are factory halogen. They use a very popular type of projector, which we'll get into in a little bit. This one's getting a bunch of things done. However, we can keep these as simple or as complicated as you really want. You can just do a projector conversion. There's some high beam options, plug and play LED bulbs, full projector swaps like the HB LED or the high lens. You can do switchback bulbs in the turn signal area. This customer is providing some clear lenses. We'll be doing some paint work, so stay tuned on what's coming. We definitely like to show you and showcase the performance differences because you can drop in a HID bulb if you want into these and they work pretty decent. It's a halogen projector. You're not gonna blind anybody if you use a decent system. The projector's not gonna let you blind anybody, I should say. But there's always better, you know, if you have the appetite for it, which our customer definitely does because this is his, I think, second or third job with us, you'll be able to gain some extra performance. This is what the back of the assembly looks like. Unfortunately, there are some models where you can pretty much retrofit this from the rear. It is difficult to kind of access. We'll be opening this light up, but this uses what's called the 4 TLR projector. Those are common in Honda and Toyota applications. And there used to just be the TLR by Xenon. That's an aftermarket projector, but that got discontinued. It just wasn't popular and there were better options. We can actually retrofit any of the full-size G5 bolt pattern projectors like the MLED, the D2S options such as G5 BRT, or the NHK projectors, which we'll be doing on this one. So it's gonna be cool to see this Colorado with a fully upgraded setup here. About midway through on the Chevy Colorado conversion, customer opted for the NHK 4 Plus, that's the bi-LED, and a profile high lens in the high beam. The goal was to have dual color changing functionality. And this acts as a high beam as well as a just aesthetic piece, essentially. That's what it comes down to. We'll show you the performance and the output in just a moment here. But these are the Diode Dynamics RGBW Pro Series demonize on the NHK projector over here. And the profile has its own demon eye built into it. So you can see there's a slight delay when the colors are shifting in the current mode. You won't really notice that when you're playing with the controller necessarily if you're just switching between colors, but slight delay because it is different, manufactured different type of setup. And on this one, we've also done the yellow passive demonize. It does definitely change things. Also, it's interesting to see the body of the profile high lens is black, so the chrome in the high beam absorbs everything. Makes it a little bit darker. There is no shroud on that projector. But check out the yellow demonize, essentially, the passive demonize. When the sun hits it or the light's on, you can definitely see it, but it's pretty cool. The customer wanted that to match some accents on the vehicle. This is the NHK 4 Plus by itself. It is by LED, so you have all the functions that you need out of a projector system. The original projector is actually just single xenon, single function. It's a low beam. So this profile high lens definitely is just a bonus. It's an add-on. It's aesthetics. And we'll show you how that looks too, but we'll power both high beams. This has a very strong high beam setup as is, so it's cool. The you'll see the other beam pattern essentially of the profile high lens in just a moment. So we'll show you how the output looks. Right now, again, just low beam. The NHK will turn on as well as the profile high lens. Very, very interesting setup. You can see that you can actually hear the fan running pretty hard on the profile setup. The camera's picking it up funny, but we have a really, really intense hotspot in the center. It is square, so it's interesting to see that, but it's extremely directed light in a concentrated area, which will be good for right down the road. And we dialed it in really nicely here. Okay, now everything is sealed up. These lights actually had PPF on the lenses. Everything sustained. The oven cycle is needed to get the permaseal taken care of. These housings were not cut open. They were split open through traditional oven baking. That way we can preserve that seal. It does take a little bit longer to accomplish, but it makes everything better in my opinion. So if you take a look when the light hits it, the NHK 4 Plus. You can see that passive demon eye. It's subtle because again, you don't really see it unless kind of light is hitting it. Those are the carbonized gray. It's a factory Ford color. The customer requested this color on the shroud without any clear coat, so it's almost like a satin. So just a base coat on top of primer. The housing is a gloss black, and the customer provided those clears side markers for the Colorado. So everything's been fully customized essentially. You got dual projector conversion, got that profile high lens that we showed you before. This looks really, really good how everything is set up. Got rid of that chrome, added a little bit of gray, added some color, active and passive demon eyes, clear side markers. Came out really awesome. We can do something similar for you if you're interested. If you have a Colorado, we can keep it stock looking. But if you want to change to a 3-inch projector, the housing needs to be opened. The inner bezel needs to be opened up there. So you can't do it from the back like you normally would with a TLR conversion like we used to offer. So in this case, to do it properly, you'd want to open up the housings. But if you guys have any questions, email us, info@lightwerkz.net. Leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to hear from you. And again, if you want something similar done, just reach out to us. We'd be happy to help you out. All right, thanks again.